Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com. Coming at you today. We did it! We did it! From the new studio, guys. I am so excited, and I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're looking at me, and you say, where is the real Matt Pisarcik? You look like some frizzly, crazy, bearded homeless man. No, I am not. It is little old me, your man, Matt Pisarcik, here at the brand new Razor Emporium studio. I am so excited, guys. It has taken 3 months to get here from the last time we shot. But the work of this studio is actually going on almost 5.5, 6 months to get to this point. But I'm so excited, guys. It is hopefully looking better. We have some new lights. Hopefully it's sounding better. We're in a much quieter, controlled space. No giant warehouse with 30-foot ceilings from the 20s with jackhammers and airplanes and trains going by. We are here, and we're excited. But we are seeing the visible evidence. I kept on telling people. People said, "Matt, what are you doing? You own a shaving company. You're growing a beard." I said, "Yeah, that's right. I am growing a beard, and I am going to tell you all about it. What I have learned by growing a beard." And I figured, you know, the time in between video shoots, I wanted to mark that time. And I've marked that time with the growth of a beard. As my hair has grown long, so are the days of waiting for our new setup to be ready, and here we are. So literally, if you have been a fan of our YouTube channel, you may have been used to these recorded segments that are super high production value coming out on Fridays, right? But we also have our YouTube live series that usually is every third Friday of the month. So go to the live tab on your YouTube app or your YouTube web browser, and you can actually see live videos I've done from my bathroom. And we did a live shave off showing, you know, Matt taking off the goatee, Matt starting to grow the beard out. I was checking with people every couple of weeks and showing people how it was going and trimming up the neck and shaping it. And you guys saw a lot of that process for the first couple of weeks, but it's kind of been radio silence, and I've had some pre-recorded content, but here we are. I am ready. Now, we're not shaving off today, so if you were waiting for it, you're gonna have to wait a couple more weeks. We're gonna milk this one. We're gonna get a couple of videos of what this beard has done after 3 months of growing a beard. I have learned some stuff, and I wanna share some stuff. So let's just jump right in. First off, wow. Growing a beard is a lot of patience. Not just what you think, you just have to watch paint dry. It's an art of patience of waiting for it to look the right way. Also art of patience of, and a fortitude of getting through it all and not wanting to shave it off. The number one thing I heard when I was talking to guys and they'd see my beard, they're like, "Hey man, that looks really good. You know, you're looking good. You know, I wish I could grow a beard like that. It just gets too itchy for me, man." I always heard that. Number one thing, it gets too itchy. And let me tell you something, you've got to push through that. You got to use some other products in a routine to help with that. And we'll talk about that in a second, but you got to get through that phase. For me, I found like that itchy phase was like the first couple weeks, like maybe week 3, 4, 5, like somewhere in there, where it's just long enough to want to start rubbing against your skin, like so the hair is coming out, it's not stubbly anymore, it's long enough to want to kind of lay down and be pokey and poking into your skin. And I was also super aware that I didn't want to shave my neck up too quickly, so I was growing everything. As you guys see, I have just a couple days of stubble down here, but I have hair that comes clear down to my Adam's apple, below my Adam's apple even. And so as I'm moving around, I would feel this long hair, and it was just driving me crazy. We did do a video of me trimming up the beard for the first time. But patience, okay? But number two, the thing I learned is that the products, and I've been selling them for years. I've been selling beard care products, but I didn't have, you know, I had a goatee, but it wasn't that long. But the products are absolutely real. They're not snake oil. They're not like fun, you know, like, oh, that's cool. Like you are manscaping or you are just trying to like be foo-foo and take, you know, have some products to take care of your lovely beard. You need them. They're not optionary. Like if you're going to do this, you have got to use some products. And I brought 2 of the products literally from my house, the exact things I was using, and they show the wear. And then I grabbed 2 products from the store. Let's just get into my routine because as you're seeing, this is how I'd wake up. The number one thing that happens I found with the beard is you wake up in the morning and it's like your hair. It's like the bed head effect. It's like beard head or whatever. Beard bed? Bed beard? Bed beard. It's bed beard effect. Okay, so you are going to wake up and it's going to be disheveled and you're going to look like the crazy homeless man down the street. I don't know what else to say. Or Abe Lincoln, you know, that's what you're going to look like in the morning. Yep. And that's cool if that's what you're going for, El Natural. Hey, cool. For me, I'm trying to keep it a little more, you know, professional, groomed, etc. So I would immediately go in and comb my hair and then immediately work on my beard. So I'm just going to do that routine. I didn't do it this morning, so I'm going to do that routine with you. The first thing I did a lot of times was actually wash my beard. So you can get a specific beard wash. We do sell some. We have some Parasso, but you can also use just a good old-fashioned, this is like a clarifying. I like this one because it's got charcoal, so it helps with like smell. Like I like to have a cigar, and if I'm done with a cigar, got to use this. So a lot of times I would do this too. So you got to wash the beard occasionally. So we're going to do that real quick. We're just going to wash the old beard. I get it wet. The best time is after a shower, just like shaving. But we'll simulate that by just kind of running some water through it. It's going to make a huge mess here, guys. But again, I am a cigar smoker. When I say that, I smoke maybe 2 or 3 a month, maybe 1 or 2. So I'm not a heavy cigar smoker. I know guys that smoke them daily. But I would notice when I came in from outside, like smoking a cigar, that I would have the odor just on me, and it was in my beard. And so I would want to go in the shower, and I would wash my hair, and then I would wash my beard. And so just like you think, you're just going to just work it around. Look at wet poodle. And just really work it. And it just feels so good and smells good. And it's a time to get any kind of odors out. Also, if you use a bunch of product like oils and balms, it's going to build up. So you don't want like a greasy kind of thing. You don't want to look like you have like maple syrup in your beard. You know, like you just ate a giant stack of waffles or something and used your beard as a napkin. So just rinse it. Move the soap around. This is ridiculous. It's almost like its own shaving brush. It like makes a lather, and the water and soap just want to get retained inside of it. And then when we're done, you really look like a wet poodle because your hair is all frizzy like this now. So now we're going to get into actually taking care of this thing and grooming it and styling it, so to speak. Getting ready for the day. Just like if you get out of the shower and your hair is disheveled, you're going to comb your hair and put some product in and do the same thing. So the first thing I kind of noticed is you have to have a comb. Like these beard combs are not fancy. If you don't have a beard comb, just use a fine tooth. Regular hair comb is fine, but just you need the fine teeth. These are your secret weapon. Without this, nothing is possible. You're going to be miserable. I'm actually going to put the oil in first and then kind of work it around with the comb. So this is the exact bottle I grabbed from home. You can see that because it's almost empty. Like here's the level line you can see. It's almost empty because I've used this much. I also used to think like, oh, you don't use a whole lot of beard oil. I've had this for 3 months. I'm almost through this one bottle. You don't need a lot though. Like that's all I'm going to put. Like maybe the size of a dime or maybe a nickel. And just spread it on your hands. And then just start working it through. And we're not concerned about the style right now. We're concerned about coverage. Remember, we're not just putting it on the hair, but the beard oil is actually kind of like dual purpose. So its job is to get your skin itself to be not dry. A lot of the reason people complain about the itchiness is because the skin underneath has not been exfoliated. You know, we're so used to shaving, and that's an exfoliating process. It takes off dead skin. All of a sudden, this dead skin is going to be hanging on to your top layer, and things like combs and brushes and washing, even using your fingernails a little bit and kind of scrubbing, you know, are really good. And they also act, you know, when you're scrubbing, you're moving it around, you're bringing blood to the surface. That's really healthy for your hair to grow and to not, you know, get damaged. But I'm getting this oil in here to also help strengthen the hair because the hair can dry out, you know, just like your hair up here. If you're not using shampoo or conditioner occasionally, you're probably going to have dry hair. So I've now put a nice amount of oil in. Again, I'm just using my hands to style, and I found that you need to have like a washcloth or some soap, hand soap, to get the oil off your hands. But then you're going to go to your number one tool. Just like when you're shaving, you have your razor as your number one tool. Your number one tool for me has been the beard comb. So you're going to get into now just pulling it into the direction of growth. And not only for me is the direction of growth down, but then like back here, I didn't trim all this off my kind of like as my neck comes down. I didn't want to get rid of this because that's kind of part of the body of your beard. And so I kind of pull it to the side and kind of pull it back a little bit to kind of give my beard like a swoosh effect. Kind of to follow the jawline, right? And so both sides, I'm pulling it down and kind of swooshing back. Another disappointing thing I found, and we'll get into this with maybe another video, is my color. Last time I grew a beard, it was perfectly nice and brown and this chestnut color like my hair. And then I have some gray spots and some white spots, just like I have in my temples, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Another thing I learned, when it's just stubble, you think, oh yeah, everything's fine. But so I'm doing the comb, and this is serving several purposes. First off, it's also exfoliating, like I mentioned. It's moving the oil around and really spreading it around. It's helping to get it to not look so frizzy. But it's also styling, and then the last thing is what you're going to hear right now. So thanks to our beautiful new studio, we have like surround sound, and it's like uber good quality. Ready? I was trying to find one. A little bit right there. When we were preparing for the video shoot, I was actually doing a little bit of combing, and I had a couple tangles. That's another one of these things I found as growing a beard out, tangles. And what does that mean? It was weird. It was like a weird effect, and I'm not sure if it's just me. The hair would come out, like two hairs would come out, and they would intertwine with each other and like get stuck together. And then I'd be running my finger through it, and like I would feel like almost like a little knot. And I would kind of pull at it with my fingernails, like at first, not knowing what I was doing. And I'd end up pulling the hair out. And that's bad because you don't want to have an ingrown hair. You don't want to have like one hair at now starting over again with its length, and you have all these other long hairs. So the comb really does a good job of getting those tangles out. So that's a lot better. It's still kind of frizzy looking because it's really clean and it doesn't have a lot of product in it. Like, yeah, I put some oil, but I didn't put a whole lot. But generally, I'd be pretty happy with that. Other thing I was super kind of like, what did I learn about this process? Was the mustache is a must-have. Mustache, must have the mustache. I was such a bad boy in the past with my mustache. I would never let it grow. I would always trim it right on my lip line. And then I had a really bad habit that I will confess to you all. I would be sitting like reading my phone or doing something, and I would play with the end of it, and I'd inadvertently, or kind of like out of just nervous bad habit, almost like biting your fingernails, I would bite this hair off or like put it in my mouth and like chew it off. And I know it sounds so gross. This is just like a confessional today, guys. But I was so good this time, and for 3 months I haven't done any of that. I mean, I kept on reminding myself, don't do it. Sometimes I'd be twirling, I'm like, stop, just leave it alone, stop touching it. But the mustache coming out to this length, I'll comb it all down for you. First off, yeah, it looks like a big caterpillar on my upper lip. Second, it really does fill out the whole look, and it really transitions from the, it comes down, and because I didn't trim it and I was good with my corners, it doesn't look like I have a mustache on top of a beard. It just looks like one good uniform hair continuation, like the hair just continues from my lip into the beard. And that's so important. These sides, guys are usually tempted to shave them off or clip them or clip this short. Don't do that. Let the sides just be au naturel. And I got another product I didn't bring, and I don't think I could bring myself to do it. The handlebar thing. I do have it long enough where I could probably do this. I'll do it for you guys, just for you. And yes, I am now officially the Pringles man. I am now selling you, what's that other guy? The peanut guy? I think it's the Pringles guy. It's got a stupid mustache like this. No, it's not stupid. If you're into handlebar mustaches and you can pull it off, you get all the props from me. I can't. I look ridiculous. But just for posterity's sake, because I don't think I'll ever have a beard like this again, here's our shot. Make a meme out of it, guys. Do it now. Just meme me up. There was your attaboy. You could just make a meme. But yeah, seriously, the ends, having the ends be long and just transition really are kind of part of that full beard look. And if you want to do the handlebar, you've got to get some wax. Like, there's no way around it. And Douglas, good, buddy from Phoenix Artisan, right? He has Dandy Candy, and we sell it on our site, the Dandy Candy wax. It's essentially beeswax with a couple other things, like some oils probably added in for the benefit of your skin and your hair. But it's generally just a wax, and you work it in and you kind of twirl it, and that's how you get that effect. But that's what a comb can do. We're going to go to a next kind of product, and I actually didn't use a lot of this, but I did want to talk about it. A beard balm. So here we've got tangles out, we've got it generally down and styled. I could go out to work like this or to the grocery store and I'd feel confident, feel like, yeah, I put myself together. I don't have a beard bed anymore. Bed beard? Bed beard. I don't have bed beard anymore. But if I want to go one step further and kind of get more of that styled matted look where it's really kind of close and not too frizzy, you could get a balm. This is our Fireside, another great scent we make, and the shaving soap and everything. And again, a lot of it's actually like petroleum jelly almost. It's like oil-based product. But with this, I can kind of swirl it around and I can get some on my fingertips. And again, I can work this into the beard. And don't be afraid to kind of put it through the whole beard and then pull it down. That's what I like to do, is kind of put the product up and pull it back through. It also cleans my fingers off. It gets the product off my fingers and into my beard. But you can already see with just my hands doing this, how much more matted down that looks. We'll take out the handy dandy comb again and get some of that. Just sit down a little more. But then my other favorite product I like to use is the beard brush. And we do sell these. These are the Rockwell, and you can see how worn it is. The bamboo here actually has wear on it. I didn't just take this out of a package, guys. This is mine. I love this. This was my kind of other secret ingredient that, again, is not a, oh, it's just cute to have a beard brush. Oh, your beard is so much of a personality. It needs its own grooming tools. It does. Your hair needs grooming tools. If you're a female and you do your eyebrows or your eyelashes, they have their special little tools. This has a special tool called a beard brush, and it's different than a comb. It is going to do more of the matting down effect. It's also going to just feel super good, and it also helps with that shimmer and that shine. You can see how much more, look at the difference with this side. I'll do this side fully. Brushed, combed. Brushed, combed. Look at how much more fluffy this side is. Same amount of product in them, but that's what this brush does, is it helps it to sit down, and it helps it to look just more together and more professional. And again, I've been going to the Razor Emporium shop, I've been going to whatever, out to eat, I've been going to church, whatever. I don't want to show up looking disheveled. You can imagine, I enjoy looking good. People know that I'm into grooming, I own a grooming company, so I would always brush my beard down like this every day. It's also just really good for your hair. I'm pretty sure this is a boar bristle of some type. I don't think it's horse. It could just be synthetic, but whatever it is, it's super stiff and it feels good. It's not soft like a makeup brush or something. It's kind of a stiff feel, but it makes the hair. It's almost like when you comb or brush a horse, and it makes all the hairs go in the right direction. Everything sits down and has a glimmery shine to it. It's really nice. So now we'll do this other side. And again, I'm kind of pulling down and to the side, and then I do kind of the middle last. Just pull straight down, maybe a little bit to the side. And then for my mustache, I like it a lot too. It'll kind of bring it over and down. It also makes my mustache look fuller by having all the hairs kind of line up. I have a scar over here. You guys probably can't notice, but I have like a wicked scar from when I was a kid right here. And so this part of my mustache grows a little bit different than this side. It's not symmetrical. So it allows me to kind of get this side to look better, and so that it looks more even and uniform. But that, there you go, look at that. So we did a beard oil, we did a comb, we did a brush, we did a balm. And that to me, that's a clean, professional, you know, bearded man look. Like, obviously my neck has stubble. That's gonna be the next video that you'll see, hopefully next week. We'll do some trimming and stuff. But these are the things I've learned. This was such a cool process, and before I left for work today, I had my children and my wife like say goodbye to the beard. I'm like, guys, kiss it goodbye, literally, kiss it goodbye. Because my wife is so much, she just loves it. She's like, you look so masculine, and you look so, you know, handsome. My kids are like, I love your beard, you just look like a lumberjack. I'm like, well, I feel like a lumberjack. Kiddos, but daddy's gotta go to work. Daddy owns a shaving company, and he's got to shave that beard because the video studio is back in production. As I have like my little pipe over here and a glass of scotch now. But that's it. I hope this doesn't sound like arrogance. I purposely didn't watch a single YouTube video or read any blogs out there. So like whatever I'm telling you is my just pure 100% observation of, yes, I've retailed these products. I had a general concept of what they were supposed to do, but also just kind of experimenting and figuring out a routine that I liked and what works for me and what just produced a good result. I hope you found this video to be educational. I hope you found it to be informational. And if you're growing a beard, it's like running a marathon. Keep going. Don't give up. Again, this is 3 months. I've always told you guys, I have a heavy beard. That's why I got into double-edged shaving because, you know, I've had people tell me who are like, Mr. Beard Guy, like, you know, I've had a beard for 5 years. They're like, wow, that's only 3 months? I'm like, yeah. I grow hair very easily. I also purposely didn't do a lot of little trimming, like up around here. There's a temptation of like bringing this line down or trying to like define this line. That's a personal preference. You can do that. I've always kind of liked the El Natural look. Of course, I did bring up my my neck. I didn't bring it way up and have a little thin chin strap. I brought it up, well, you can see about 3 fingers from where it wants to stop. But I think it's, you know, especially my side profile, if you look at my bust, as it's called, I think it looks nice. I think it looks handsome. That's all I got. If you're going to leave a comment about you're going to hate on my beard, all right, go ahead, roast me. Roast me, I can take it. I can take your negative energy, because I know that secretly deep down inside, most of you are jealous. That you either can't grow a beard because you hate itchiness, or your wife hates it, or your work restricts it, but too bad. Leave me a comment anyways. Tell me about a time you grew facial hair. How long did you get? Not just length, but time. How long did you get into growing a beard? And why did you trim it off? Why did you shave it off? Tell me below in the comments. If you leave a comment, you are entered in to win this, the official Razor Emporium black and blue t-shirt. Thank you guys so much. A couple more beard videos to come before we shave this thing off, so stay tuned. We'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving.